Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Late Night Podcast with me, your host, Girk, along with my four co-hosts, Kason,
Hello.
Rex,
Hello.
Storm.
Howdy.
Are you okay? That sounds
Yeah.
like it hurt. Alright. And our fourth member, Blake.
Howdy, hey.
No, you're only supposed to say one word, Blake. You messed it up. I'm joking, of course.
Bullshit, Blake.
Calm down. Storm, calm down. It's alright. It's alright. We can salvage this. Anyways, in last day's episode, we reviewed volumes 1, 2, and most part of volume 3
We're
of...
getting paid anyways. I don't fucking care what I say.
Storm, no!
Start.
Disturbing things from around the
Internet
internet,
volume
part 3.
Yes. We shall be continuing that right now, so that we can conserve as much time as possible. Alright. This is where we last left off. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Let us begin. Oh, that doesn't feel right.
Last week, police were called to the residence of a man living in Phoenix, Arizona to arrest a woman named Jacqueline Claire Aids. Aids was involved in a disturbing stalking incident with the man and allegedly turned violent very quickly. The guy, who's unidentified, apparently met Aids through an online local dating service. Through this, they hit it off quickly and went on only one date. Things began to get weird afterwards, though. Aids would begin to endlessly text the man, going as far as to send him upwards of over 65,000 text messages, and he claims that she sent anywhere from 400 to 500 texts per day. Most of these messages were very disturbing, and she made insane claims such as statements saying that she would bathe in his blood and that she wants his body parts.
Oh.
Oh,
It doesn't even stop there, though. She then began to vigorously stalk him, showing up at his place of work and claiming that she was his wife. What finally led to her arrest was when the man was out of the country. She showed up to his home during this time frame, and he was only able to find out due to wireless cameras placed throughout his property. After witnessing her in his house, he called the police, who promptly showed up to find her there. They claimed that in her car that was parked in his driveway was a butcher knife, and she could have very likely had a disturbing intention for having it. She claims that she never intended to hurt the man and is facing intimidating, stalking, and harassment charges. There's another part of this that I'd like to share with you, though. Recently, an interview has been released of her from prison where she makes statements that she was in love with him and that
Oh,
no
immediately you
one
can tell
would
there's something
be.
wrong with this girl.
Take a look.
Did you feel a spark immediately? Talk about how you felt.
I felt like I met my soulmate and everything was just the way it was, and I thought we would just do what everybody
She
else
looked
did, and we
she
just,
ate a
did
sour
everything and we
grape.
were fine, but that's not what happened.
65,000 text messages.
I agree, Rex.
It seemed like more.
Seemed like more than 65,000?
To me, yeah, that's not.
This woman looks like she enjoys strangling cats.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
She drunk a
you
lot
know
of
you're
blood.
not wrong.
Oh yeah.
She looks like she's
Maybe
from...
she ate sour apple.
No.
She looks like she's from Alabama.
I'm the person that discovered love.
There you go, Gur. You found the right words.
Einstein discovered the equation to light. It's E equals mc squared.
Married to my brother and
Hold on, listen.
Everything we see is made out of light. Everything, and the composition of the light that it's made out of.
Jackie, some of those messages don't sound like love, they sound like threats.
When you're finding love, not everything is perfect. This was a journey. And I wanted to apologize. Because nobody would ever be more sorry.
Yeah, you want to apologize with a knife in the throat.
No.
Yeah.
No. I love him. So the rest of the equation is L equals 3.3. L equals 3.3 times E equals...
Why is she fucking breathing like that?
That's the equation of eternal love.
I can only imagine the kind of torment that this guy went through when dealing with her. This entire situation just goes to show that you never really know who you're actually meeting up with on these dating sites. You could, very easily, be unknowingly walking into your next real-world nightmare.
That's like Yandere is gonna simulator IRL.
Thank you so much for joining me in Volume 3 of Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. These have been some of the
Pause.
That's the end of.
Didn't like that. You know that.
She looks like she looks like she's out like right outside your window, knocking, saying, "It's free real estate."
Shut
Feel like you
up,
went through a
Rex.
little bit too many X-rays.
Alright.
It looks like her entire face was a tumor.
Volume 4.
Yes. Yes, Storm. I agree with
Yes,
that.
let's go volume 4.
Oh,
Ignore any
this is
mysterious
different.
sneezes in my background.
right.
They come from the voices in my head, so don't worry about them.
Oh, nah.
Oh, you don't need to tell us, Kirk.
We know.
We already know.
Well, I mean, you guys are the voices in my head,
across the
so.
internet. Strange
I
and
think-
obscure content's out there that just might send a
Oh,
chill
Kirk,
down
we're
your
very
spine,
real.
or at the very least,
Very
leave
real.
you feeling
Not
at
surprising.
least
Shut up,
slightly
watch the video.
unnerved. With that being said, I'd like to welcome you all back to
Don't mind
Disturbing
me, just
Things
gotta
from
keep
Around the
cooking
Internet. This is my series where I consolidate bite-sized, creepy discoveries that I've recently stumbled upon online. Reminder that this is part 4, so if you're new to the series, be sure to go check out volumes 1 through 3 on my channel. It's time, once more, to dive into 5 more hand-picked and disturbing things from the internet. Bill Mead is the name of a YouTuber that runs a channel primarily focusing on the topic of religion. Bill started his channel back in 2014, and over the course of just 4 short months, he would upload 71 videos, amassing 16 whole subscribers to his content.
Jesus.
He seemed to be very passionate about the topics that he preached about, and appeared to be open to discussion about Jesus and Christianity. Over the course of the channel's existence, Bill would make it evident that he was dealing with other complications. It appeared that he contracted a severe form of mouth cancer, and over the course of the 4 short months that he was on YouTube, were able to see the progression of his condition as it became worse and worse and
Damn.
worse.
Damn.
His very last video was uploaded on October 21st, 2014, and it was titled, in all caps, 10-hour surgery tomorrow. Strangely, in this and the upload with the duplicate title, I was unable to extract any type of audio, almost as if it was completely muted by accident. In the description, Bill asks us, in jumbled text, to pray for him and the doctors as he undergoes this operation. And that was it. After seeing
Oh,
this,
fuck.
I naturally expected the worst. Seeing his condition progress so rapidly, followed by a video on the topic of a future surgery before going completely blank, left me with an endless curiosity as to what happened to Bill. I went back to his YouTube channel and tracked down his Google Plus page. With that, I was able to discover that he lived in California and had a wife named Doris. After doing what seemed like endless digging, I just wasn't able to find anything on a William or Bill Mead that would be related to a Doris. So I acquired the help of some friends, and one of them, specifically Alex Bale, was able to track his record down.
Ooh, Alex Bale.
Bill would have
He
been
uses
90
light
this
mode.
year, and unfortunately passed away less than a month after his surgery. His legacy lives on though, and with this, we're left with a very humbling example of how quickly a condition can progress on the human body.
Damn.
That's sad. I know someone that had cancer like that, and they didn't really survive it.
First
Damn.
incident with this fucking video in the background. No,
I don't know what
please.
that is.
Oh no.
This
I don't know
comes
what it is
from
either.
the
I
just
Facebook
don't
of the
get
name
it.
of Rico Malik. In his post, he claims that he doesn't normally post on Facebook, but this is a true action and awareness post. In his words, "This is very hard to watch. It hit very close to home as I've been in this situation before. This was my 19-year-old niece coming home late last night in Converse, Texas, to some home invaders in her bushes. Now just
Oh,
pay
fuck.
attention to the recklessness our society has come to.
Uh-oh.
Get this to the media. These guys were out to murder anything moving last night, and they have to be dealt with. This is to be treated as if they murdered everyone in that car. With this, he's linked a video. In
Oh,
it,
no.
we're able to see a man as he's obviously hiding outside of a house behind a tree. Apparently, the people in the car
damn.
pulled up to their mom's house, who was asleep inside.
He's a dumpy.
After calling the cops from within the car,
This is not a funny
things
thing.
begin to take a very dark turn.
Hold up. Do we actually want to show this?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
I mean, he showed it, so he's always pretty good. No.
I think I've seen this anyways. I don't think anything happens.
He looked like a gremlin. Right?
I mean, what? Do you know, it's kind of funny that he's hiding behind a tree.
There's another one.
Yes, if I can't see you, you can't see me type situation. Oh,
Like
there's
they're
two
not
people.
fucking-
Yeah.
Like they're
wait,
not
oh yeah, I did say there was
blasting
two
lights
people.
on them.
I'm reversing.
Oh, they have a gun. 8310 J.
I gotta get out of here.
Damn.
Oh,
they
God.
firing?
Oh,
Yeah, they are. Oh shit.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Please get here fast.
They shot on my tires.
Follow us. Drive fast. Go.
They shot on my tires. They shot on my tires. I can't.
Just drive. Turn your lights off. Turn your lights off. Drive.
Get down. Get down. Get down.
Please drive. Hurry before they find us, please.
Are you okay? Put them.
Please. Oh my gosh, just stop. God, please let them come back, please. God, please, God, please, God, please. God, please. God, please don't let them come. God, please. God, please. God, please. Do you see anyone? Can you see?
No.
Can you see? Don't look. Just stop. Just stop.
Thankfully,
No.
they all made it out alive. In this
Oh.
situation, they were
that's
absolutely
good.
lucky that they weren't harmed, because this so very easily could have turned out far worse than it did. After first seeing this, I spent a lot of time contemplating at what I would do if I were in this situation. There's just no way around how it would have turned out. Grab a gun, shoot him back? There's two of them, and they have a direct line of sight to you in the car. Floor it and ram into the tree? Like I said, there's two of them. The other would have come out from behind the bushes, guns ablaze. Back out and speed off? I still feel like they would have been inclined to shoot just because they can. All around, there's just no good way through this situation, which is what makes it that much more miraculous that the driver and passengers were unharmed. While this is so, unfortunately, the two men involved are currently still at large.
Oh, fuck them.
Oh no.
this one. Oh,
How
What's
of-
wrong with people?
How? Oh, God. Okay, so do we need to say something about this? Dead serious. Do we need to say something about this?
I don't know what it is
don't. No, the other thing. Don't do that.
Yes,
Don't
do not-
shoot people.
Unless
Don't
they
shoot
shoot it. Unless they shoot at you first.
Still, just don't shoot people
Okay,
if you
so-
don't have to.
Halifax is the capital of Nova Scotia, Canada.
Nova Scotia.
Nova
I just
It's,
saying that to make
it's
sure.
Nova Scotia.
Scotia.
Nova
Right, you
Scotia.
accidentally made everyone mad.
Nova
Sorry.
Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
This entry
No,
comes
you
from
made me
a user
laugh.
by the name of Gloves Are Effed. The post is titled, Warning Men of Halifax, the Glove Man.
What?
He opens his
Oh.
post by claiming that he's seen
What?
threads in other subreddits about this guy,
Like
but he
the-
finally had an accidental encounter with him.
The
He
glove man?
claims,
I'm not liking that.
quote, Last weekend I was on my way back from downtown, walking alone on Spring Garden Road and scouting for a cab, when a well-dressed guy in a black SUV pulls up beside me to ask if I'm looking for a cab. I said yes. He asked where I was going, and I told him. He said he was headed in the same direction, and that he offers rides around town on the weekends. Thinking this was some friendly guy running his own Uber service, I got in hoping for a cheap ride and handed him a $10
And
bill
you're a
out of
fucking
my
idiot.
pocket. Side note, I'm 6'3" and 200 pounds, so I didn't
Don't get into cars with strangers, no matter who they are or who you
Don't
are.
do this.
Yeah, unless you are 300 pounds, don't do this.
What's
No,
with
no,
300
Your muscle.
No, it doesn't matter. Don't go in the car. Just make sure you know who they are and confirm what they look like and who they are and what they sound
Shoot
like.
them
Do not
before
go in.
they shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No.
don't
Do this at all, they'll still
enough
shoot you.
strength. Unless you have enough strength to flip that car over with them in it, don't get in the car.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious.
feel threatened. Stupid of me.
Yeah,
Yes,
stupid of you.
Explained that
Very
the guy was
stupid.
wearing
Yes,
a
very
leather
much.
jacket and gloves, and as soon as they start driving, he talks about this glove business that he's running before handing him a business card. When they finally approach his street, the guy eagerly says that he wants the OP to try on some gloves.
It's the
Despite
glove
it being
man.
weird, the OP submits to humor him and ends up trying them on. After doing so, things begin to become strange when he realizes that they fit really tight and that the guy began breathing somewhat forcefully. After putting two and two together in his head, he tried to drum up the most non-confrontational way out of the situation. However, the man kept insisting that he stay and try on more of his sets, all while breathing in
Oh.
a very unnatural manner.
Oh no, I
After
think
an
I know what's
antagonizing
happening.
few minutes with him, he ends
No,
up
it's
quickly
the
thanking
glove
the man
man
for his
that
time,
screws.
jumps out of the car, and books it towards a nearby house's yard in hopes of preventing the revelation of his own address to the man. He claims that the guy idled outside for a
What?
solid 5 minutes before
Sorry.
driving off, and closes his post by warning men of Halifax about this guy, supposedly nicknamed MJ, that offers to pick up young men, forcing them into trying on his gloves in order for him to become aroused.
Don't get in
The
cars
post
with
was then verified
strangers.
by the moderators, and other users
Like-
had jumped in, claiming that they had heard or had encountered the man
For
themselves.
fuck's sake.
One of the other posts that the OP references even has the glove man's business card in order of proof. The entire situation is chilling and hopefully makes you think before you jump straight into a car with a random stranger that might have intentions that don't exactly align with your own.
You shouldn't be jumping into strangers' cars anyways. Did your parents teach you nothing?
Yeah, no matter who you are, don't get in a car with a stranger.
Especially when he looks
Unless
bad.
they are a fully licensed cab driver, and if so, make sure they have a license. They have especially in New York, they usually will have a license on them. Ask to see their cab driving license. If they do not
Okay,
have
don't
one,
be fucking
then-
stupid.
yeah. No! One night
One
at
night
Teddy's.
Teddy's.
Freddy's.
I'm gonna kill Rex.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna kill you.
Rex did free advertisement.
This entry comes from a Facebook
Oh,
post
Dad.
made by a user named Hank Squires. Back in June of last year, he made a post showcasing a
June.
strange phenomenon that he had captured on his baby monitor.
No!
His
No.
post
No, not baby monitor.
I'm
Hold
very
on.
much a skeptic, and I'm going to try to explain this one. Last night, Cora woke up and started playing with the stuffed animal. Hannah thought it was cute, so she recorded it from the baby monitor. When she showed it to me, I told her that it was way too cold in her room, 66 degrees when we keep the house at 70. Then, the freaking teddy bear behind her moved.
No!
Watch the video.
Nah, Chief.
Nah, Chief. Nah, Chief. Nah, bruv.
Nah, Chief.
That's
No,
the
bro.
opposite.
Um,
That's
How
the
about no?
opposite of good.
How about
The
no?
complete opposite.
Hold on, watch. No.
Chief.
Nah, Chief.
No.
Nah, Chief. Either you got a demon or you got an angel watching over your kid, and I think it's the former rather than the latter, Chief.
Wouldn't the room feel
No.
warmer if it was an angel?
That's not even strings or anything. Because that lifted and turned. It turned away. You need to pull it. That was no person.
The teddy bear
The
is
video garnered
possessed.
tons of Facebook attention, and
It's
people
Friday
flew in
Nights
theories
at
that the entire thing could be
Freddy's.
faked for attention.
The Teddy
with
Man's
many
here.
reasons given. One notable one is when the head actually moves. It seems that, at the top left, an arm is seen moving it. However, I'd personally like to counter this by saying that there simply would be no room for anyone or anything to squeeze their arm into that tight space. Unless there was some sort of
trust me,
modification
people
done
are
to
squeezing
it,
tight
nobody
things
would have
into
been
tight
able to fit that
spaces.
all
No,
the time.
stop it, Storm.
Another theory people have
Why,
thrown up is that it's a
Storm?
battery-operated bear.
Like
While
Shane
Hank
Dawson.
claims that this is not the case, it could very well be true.
And his cat.
The only real update we have is from June. Hank reshared the post onto his own page with the caption, 1 year ago. This, of course, renewed interest in the video, and down in the comments, there's one from a Dana Squires who claims that they're set on believing that the child had moved, thus causing the bear to move as well. While this seems like a very solid answer to the
You got the
situation,
ghost of Freddy
we
Fazbear
have
in
to
your house.
remember that it's always up for interpretation.
I think the worst thing.
So I think we can chalk this up to demons. You know.
And I think realistically we could chop it up to baby moving.
Yeah, baby moving caused teddy bear to turn. Yeah, that's honestly not surprising.
Why was it just the head that was really moving then?
A number of reasons.
It could just be an animatronic bear.
We all know who we're talking about.
No,
Five
Kason,
Nights
to
at
say nothing.
Freddy
Storm,
Fazbear.
Storm, I'm gonna kill you.
Freddy Fazbear.
I'm gonna turn you inside out and make you look like a damn puppet.
Yeah, I was about to say let's go.
I'll turn you into a pretzel. Ori teeth.
Ori Chief?
Ori Chief.
Oh no, that's Ori Chef. What is in the background? What was that?
To this video, I know it.
Last
I know this
year,
video in the
a post
background.
was made on the export of 4chan claiming that there was a user on Facebook that discovered
No,
a strange
we should
profile by
continue
the
with
name
this
of
first.
Ori Chef. Apparently, Ori had commented on a news
Oh, yeah.
article
Sorry, my bad.
clamoring on about nonsense. After they attempted to translate it, things got strange. The
Oh,
4chan
God.
user went forth to say this. So I was just on Facebook like a normie that I am, and I came across a comment in a post that's a bit unnerving. It's
Bro, if you're on Facebook, you are not a normie.
You are
Yeah.
from a posted
You're
article from a
old.
page that has a few
36.
comments, so I saw it. The comment was
36
obviously not
is
entirely in
wrong.
English, but she explains how she wants to be cremated before her husband, or some type of thing, and she kept talking about her friend Susie or something. So I got weirded out by this and tried to click on the Facebook account to know what the fuck is up with this lady. This is where it gets weirder. This was her profile. I immediately
not
saw
that.
that she had no posts or even uploads of
Looks
pictures,
like a disembodied
so I assumed
grape.
that she was a dummy
I
account by
don't
some
like
dude
this.
who's doing God knows what. Then I saw her friends list.
Oh no.
Now I just realized after skimming through all these accounts that every bio that she has adds something weird or cryptic, like cheese bread from an almond milkshake and pita bread from a seasoned beef, kind of shit like that. It seems to be so many that I can't imagine the reason why some person would do some kind of shit like this and what purpose. So it seems that after visiting her profile, they found that every single one of Ori's friends was simply another version of her profile picture with photoshopped facial features and hair. Posts on their profiles get even stranger than this. There are multiple images depicting animal gore with captions that hint at the murder of her own
What the
children.
fuck?
Going by her profile, there are no photos or any evidence therein of Ori actually having any children. However, it's disturbing to see. After discovering all this, a user then reached out to Ori, asking her about her many accounts and why she's doing this, and she responded in her typical style, claiming that, yeah, all of them, I was the one who created by, unfortunately, because of my negligence and the stupidity, I forgot that I was renting the computer and forgot to change the password as soon as possible. The 4chan user responded, "Oh, okay, I understand. I like the pictures that you post, like the one you have as your profile picture. Did you make them?" To which Ori responds saying, "Really? Thank you, it's in the Play Store app. If it's in your CP, edit the pic." He then asks her how many accounts she uses, to which she responds, saying upwards of 15 to 24. When asked why, she made the excuse that she uses them for requests in Facebook games. While Ori claims this, I'm gonna go forth and say that I'm absolutely not buying this. Why in the world would there be so many accounts that are made of yourself just for game requests? Also, why in the world would she post gruesome images and caption them about the demise of her own children? Something
Something's going
just
on here.
doesn't add up. Theories have been thrown out that Ori is either a bot, a simple troll account, an account linked to the government, or actually a genuine person that, for some odd reason, found the need to create 20 plus accounts of herself. Even
Something
if this
tells
latter
me somebody's
theory
a little
were
sick in
true,
the head.
why would she post
Someone's a little
such sinister
insane.
things about her children alongside these screwed up images? It just doesn't add up to me. There's definitely something going on here. It almost reminds me of the Stephanie Stevens case, but weirder.
Why? Why that image?
As we said before, disturbing and obscure content can exist all over the internet, and like we just witnessed, this definitely holds true. I hope you all enjoyed this entry into the series. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which one freaked you out the most? Lastly, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you
I
in
think
the
it was
next one.
definitely the last
I love
one
you.
that really kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, that last one was kind of like, hey, bro, you all right? You look like you get a looks like you got some sort of mental disease.
You want some water, dog?
Doug, you look like you've been drinking a few too many chocolate milkshakes with an extra spice.
It looks like you've been licking the bad part of the biofreeze.
Looks like you
She looks like
looks like you've been around rusted batteries too long, my friend.
Looks like they be eating the brown part of the banana.
Sorry, corroded bat.
Looks
What?
like you drunk some lead.
What's wrong with the brown part of the banana, Rex?
Yeah, Rex.
Well, what's wrong with the brown part of the banana? It's the best part. You put that in banana bread?
What's wrong
Fucking
with it?
child!
You are an idiot, a fool, complete buffoon.
Fuck you!
Yeah, screw you, Rex.
Ew.
Yeah, really just screw you, Rex.
I hate your auto
Excuse
tune.
me.
Shut up.
Never do that again, Girk. Let's
Never do
continue
that
on
again.
to part
Yeah,
5.
let's continue. You don't do that again.
All right.
It won't be a part
Let's
5.
continue to part 5.
Whoa.
Red Sun.
Interesting images. All right.
Zelda.
Yeah, I kind of like this music.
It's a bop.
Yeah, Nexpo has a whole vibe.
Happy
Face.
Halloween!
Ooh, this must have been a Halloween
Wow,
episode.
what a fun
Yeah.
week this has been exploring all these marathon topics with you.
Don't care.
From around the internet.
Celine Dion.
Celine Delgado. Facing the camera too. Whoa.
Bro, what is that background?
I don't.
Alright,
I mean,
hold on.
me no
Pause it,
likey that.
pause
Me
it,
no
pause it.
likey that.
Pause it. I wanted to
Shouldn't
say
we
a
look
funny
at
story.
dancing?
I wanted to say a funny story. So my Spanish teacher explained metaphors, like not metaphors, but play on words to an entire class of high schoolers. She
What?
didn't need to, but she did
this funny?
because they were selling shirts, and it said, and the shirt was avocado, like cat,
Yeah, it was a cat.
and then she was like, it's a cat, but it's an avocado, so it's a play on words. It's an avocado, and I'm sitting here like, why are you explaining this?
Where's the funny?
Insane. I love Mrs. Miller. She's my favorite teacher.
Where's the funny?
She's not a good teacher, but she's a fun teacher. Because you can slack off in her class and still get an A.
She's
Anyways.
really nice. That's why.
Where's funny?
Hey,
Yeah, she's really
hey,
nice.
Storm.
Anyways, let's go.
Wait till you
What?
get to college. You're gonna hate it here.
Joke's on you, he's gonna drop out.
Back in August, a
Just so
strange
you know, I'm not
event
going to
took
college,
the
I'm gonna
internet
kill-
by storm. Peculiar footage was captured during the early morning of August 24th. According to a
It's the
Facebook
ring
post,
doorbell guy.
at
Hold on.
3:20 in the morning, A resident in the Sunrise Ranch subdivision in Montgomery, Texas, was awakened by their doorbell. After reviewing their home video surveillance, they observed and attached the following video and images.
I always kind of fucking hate
The
these
Montgomery
videos.
County Sheriff's Office was alerted and is currently investigating the suspicious incident.
It's in Montgomery.
The
That makes
footage
sense.
they captured was this.
Oh, I've seen this.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one too.
I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Like, some guy comes running out
Everyone
screaming.
was on immediate alert. If the odd timing being so late in the night isn't enough to alarm you, then the shackles that seem to be attached to her wrists just might. We were dead asleep in our beds.
Those are
My
shackles?
husband was awoken by the doorbell. It rang probably 20 to 30 times, one nearby resident claimed.
Like they
The woman,
escaped from the
wearing
police
only a
or
t-shirt
something?
and no shoes, seemed at the
No,
time to
those
have
are
vanished into
handcuffs.
thin
Those
air.
are shackles.
Nobody was able to
No.
immediately track her down, and so a massive
She didn't
search had
escape from the
commenced for
police.
this mystery girl. What happened to her? Why was she crying? And why was she ringing the doorbell so many times at 3:20 in the morning?
Theory.
This is when you know they're
She
on
got-
something.
Theory. She got kidnapped. She's running away from whoever kidnapped her. Guy got her.
Oh, well.
That's
Eric,
why
if
they
I think
have.
I'm remem-
That's why they have
I think I'm
shackles.
re- if I think I'm remembering right, you're getting the kind of kidnapped part right.
Oh, don't tell me it was. Don't tell me it was the SEX time. Don't tell me that.
Okay, from my best memory of this, it was her partner. She was
Her-
abused.
Oh, that makes sense.
Keep
Anyways,
my mouth. Yeah.
Let's shut.
Don't say. Don't. I'm serious.
On
Don't.
August 29th, another
I
incident
didn't
occurred in
finish
the
it.
very same subdivision.
Rex is just
a
a
man
ticking
would take
time
his
bomb.
life by suicide. This
Hold on, wait.
was Dennis Collins, and a suicide note that was left behind by him had confirmed that this mystery girl on the surveillance footage was in fact his girlfriend. According to a statement by Montgomery County Police, she was indeed a domestic violence victim, and according to her, the night she was out ringing doorbells, she was in great fear for her own safety. She is safe and is helping police in the ongoing investigation. However, the takeaway from this is that this could be happening to anyone, even those that live right beside you.
Nah, fam.
Nah, me no like that.
Bro, you can't just play that background with the word trap.
Rap.
He's tap dancing. What are you talking about?
You know, I still got my glass
Survivor.
bottle
Today,
here.
In the Ask Reddit sub, asking everyone what post was the creepiest that they've ever found on Reddit. While there were many notable responses, one in particular stuck out to me from a user by the name of Killing Spear X. They said this: I don't know where the post is, but I'm sure many Redditors came across it already. It was about a mother who was pushing her baby on a swing at night. When people approached her, they found out that the baby had been dead for hours and that the mother had some sort of mental breakdown or something. One notable
No!
response to
Oh.
this came from a
No.
user by the
No!
What? Is he just gonna gloss
Excuse me?
over that?
Excuse me? Mhm.
I think that's what this is about. I don't think he was
the
glossing
name
over
of
it. I think he's
Taco's
about to do it.
cousin, who claimed that either this is a lie or the area she lived in has the shittiest healthcare in America. In response to this, someone quoted them and said, apparently the latter, because this actually did happen, with a link to a news article. In Maryland, a 3-year-old boy was in fact dead due to being pushed in a swing for upwards of 43 hours. According to
Oh my
authorities, he
God.
was alive when his mother
Oh
began
my
pushing him in a
dear
swing
Lord,
on
that-
May 20th, 2015,
That's
and
tragic.
had remained in this very same seat for 2 days while his mother pushed him until May 22nd at 6:55 a.m.
2 fucking
when he and
days?
his hysterical mother
Holy!
informed the police. The mother, allegedly, had a psychotic episode during this and unfortunately did not know what was happening for those 2 agonizing days.
God.
Since the original homicide, no charges have been filed, and the mother has since sought treatment for her bipolar disorder and depression.
I can't stand in
Oh.
one space for like
It's
2 hours
43
without getting
hours.
uncomfortable.
No, it's
Sit back
bipolar, which
and
I
think
think
about
was
this
fucking with her.
for a second.
Okay,
This
sitting back.
children's swing was a death trap for this little boy, and the sheer thought of what he endured, initially thinking that it was going to be a fun and exciting time at the park, then becoming tired of the fun, then becoming thirsty, then realizing Mom isn't stopping. For hours and hours and hours until
It's
it was over.
terrifying.
I can only
Oh.
imagine the haunting scene of an oblivious mother pushing the corpse of her own son in a swing. And I
Don't say that.
really don't know how I'd react if I were ever to stumble upon such a sight in real life.
I
That
call
kind of fucks
911.
around with me.
Yeah, that messes
Yes.
with me.
I'm guessing that the.
Oh no, I've heard of this. I think I've heard of this
I have
before.
not.
Karen Waldegrave.
I'm guessing that the swing he was in was one of those like child seat swings that have the. Two
Last
leg
year, I
holes.
made a video that included the phenomenon of
Probably.
the Yay Video Games Reddit account that exhibited seemingly ordinary behavior before a switch seemed to flip, causing their comments to spiral endlessly into obscurity. In 2011, a user on Facebook by the name of Karen Catherine Waldegrave would exhibit strikingly similar behavior. Karen, being a seemingly ordinary Facebook account, would
Okay,
out of
hold on.
nowhere begin
Before
posting
this goes on, can you pause it for a second? I have to go do something just really quick.
Alright, I'll pause it.
Doesn't look like
We'll
a
be right
real
back.
person.
And we're back. Alright, oh. Yeah, I messed something up on Discord.
I caught myself some chips instead.
I fixed it apparently.
I'm back.
Did I? No, I didn't. Hold on, I'm having to fix Discord. Apologize. Alright. There we go, fixed it. Alright, let's continue.
nonsense.
Are you filming? Make
What'd
sure
I do?
you're.
What?
It start over.
Okay, we were. Make sure
She was
that.
born in
Are you
London.
filming?
Begin posting
Yes, we're filming.
nonsensical and unnerving ramblings that seem to gather widespread attention from across the internet. According to her profile, she was born in London and allegedly graduated from the University of Toronto with a PhD. She has quite a few ordinary posts, which makes this entire phenomenon that much more puzzling. On May 23rd, at around 6:30 p.m., a switch would seem to flip from within her, resulting in her replying to her own statuses over and over and over. Even
Oh,
stranger,
shit.
the posts that she would make would be entirely out of context, and it would seem as if she's having a full conversation with herself. Statuses, shared photos, and everything else that she posted would then accumulate comment after comment after comment, and it got so bad that she sent approximately 700 replies to herself in the short span of just 12 hours. At times,
Jeez.
there were paragraphs of
full
nonsensical
screen, Gert.
text sent within moments of each other, and it's been widely speculated that Karen simply did this for some sort of attention, or to troll with the help of either a bot or script that would do this for her. After all, she
Why would it-
allegedly has a PhD. For all we know, she very well could have done just that.
What if
Since
she
the
had
attention
like
that she's gotten,
multiple
her strange
personalities
case
disorder
has
thingy?
largely faded into internet history
could've.
as none other than someone with schizophrenia or a simple troll. Solved, right? Well, not so fast. It seems that, to this very day, there's still something going on with her, and I can't quite put my finger on precisely what that is. This is Karen Waldegrave today. This account seems to be a newer one of hers and still exhibits the same strange and bizarre behavior of her original account. Oddly, the page seems to be named differently, however, it still appears to be the same person. The pictures match up almost perfectly, and her education and location information seems to be an exact replica of what was shown on her original account. Now, why in the world would a troll be doing this 7 years later? We can notice here that she seems to upload many images of herself, and these, ultimately, would be nearly impossible to replicate. As someone who's graduated with a PhD, being seemingly well off and ordinary, why would she have any sort of need to still reply to herself with not only obscure text, but randomized links to various websites and YouTube videos? In her posts, we could see direct references to scientific works and writings, and, out of context, these seem to be completely normal. until we realize that these are all being posted within seconds of each other. Furthermore, there's always just one person that likes each of her statuses and posts, and as you might have guessed, these are all coming from her.
Bot.
With just 9 Facebook friends, for all we know, this could still be the work of either a bot or a troll. The strikingly fast and almost randomized posts that come from her directly support this. However, with the pictures she shares that line up directly with her original account to the T, it's extremely hard to discount the very idea that something more obscure could be going on with her to this very day.
Either a bot or a very, very broken person.
Yeah.
Maybe people just like to be weird.
Tragedy of Adrian.
The
Jones.
tragedy of Adrian Jones.
Might be a sad one. Well, I mean, the other ones are pretty sad though, also.
This 4th entry was only recently sent to me, and while it isn't necessarily an internet
Oh.
history, I couldn't help but include this
Oh.
heartbreaking tragedy. In 2015, police were called to a home in Kansas City, Kansas, regarding a domestic dispute. Upon arrival, a woman would tell them that if they looked around the property, they'd find the remains of a child by the name of Adrian Jones.
Oh
Adrian's
shit!
short life was spent isolated from outsiders inside of a mice-infested house where he was under the guise of, quote, homeschooling with his 6 siblings. His father and stepmother endlessly abused him, forcing him into sadistic acts of torture. The father and stepmother subjected him to eating scraps of moldy food out of the trash, leaving him tied up and submerged in a dirty swimming pool for hours at a time, beating him, strangling him, and leaving him consistently bloodied and cuffed. Even worse, the parents documented everything with surveillance cameras placed all over the house in an effort to document their acts of torture. The footage and images were only ever discovered due to Jen Hovers, their landlord, whom was given access to the killer's iCloud account by Heather Jones, Adrian's stepmother, who was directly involved in the maltreatment. Hovers accessed the account in hopes of finding pictures for Adrian's funeral. However, when she looked through what was on the account, she found much, much more than she'd bargained for. In it were videos and photo after photo of Adrian's deteriorating health, and many of these shots came from direct surveillance footage, where he's referred to simply as the boy.
Damn.
It's believed that the killers were proud of their sadistic acts and enjoyed documenting Adrian's
Oh
afflicted
no.
life.
Oh man.
This is just one of those things that I hardly have any words for. The 7-year-old's short life came to an end in late 2015. His killers left him to starve to death while tied up inside of a shower stall. This, unbelievably, gets even worse though. To rid of the body, the abusers resorted to dismembering him and left his remains in a livestock pen, where pigs proceeded to feed on them.
Oh god, I'm gonna throw up.
This entire endeavor is that there was a suspicion of activity going on. The landlord had the suspicion for quite a while, and this likely stemmed from the fact that, now prepare for this, Adrian did tell investigators that he was being abused years prior. According to an article by KansasCity.com, Adrian told authorities in a 2013 interview how his father would kick him so hard in the back of the head that a little bone came out. My daddy keeps hitting me in the head and punches me in the stomach, and my mom keeps pulling on my ears and it really hurts. He tried to make a plea for his life. However, that, unfortunately, didn't seem to help. His father and stepmother, Michael and Heather Jones, have since been sentenced to life in prison with no chance
Fucking
for parole.
castrate him.
And his grandmother, whom had no idea that any of this was happening, has spoken out, absolutely devastated. Adrian Jones never deserved any of this, and it's completely heartbreaking to read about this tragedy that befell him. In some images, you're able to see him wearing a shirt that's...
Do we want to keep going?
Yes.
Are you damn sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how well I'm gonna sleep tonight, but sure.
Oh god, I'm gonna throw up.
says tough guy.
Like darker
You
than
know
dark.
what? This absolutely holds true. Adrian is a tough guy. Nobody deserves that title more than him. And I can only hope that he's since found the solace that's been overwhelmingly overdue for him.
R.I.P. little guy.
This last entry comes from a user on Reddit by the name of Demeter of New. About 5 months ago, they made a post in the RBI subreddit claiming that their significant other had gotten a new phone, and for the first time ever, she now has visual voicemail. After receiving a voicemail from a family member that day, she realized that she had several others that she'd missed. According to the post, she started going through her voicemails, typical stuff, family, bill collectors, but one voicemail, dated Friday, June 9th, 2017 at 4:38 p.m., was from a number that we do not know. It's
Then do not
long,
answer.
and the area code is 480, placing the owner around the Phoenix, Arizona Valley. I've spent all day researching news where their incidents happened the afternoon of June 9th, 2017, and have exhausted my very limited research abilities. The voicemail that Demeter received was this.
Oh no! I hate this.
Oh,
This is very disturbing.
Someone's screaming. Oh my fucking god. This is gonna make me tear up, man. This is actually sad. This is sad.
God, where will it fucking end?
Do we want to?
No, don't skip. Don't skip.
It goes on for an entire minute longer.
Don't skip.
Don't skip
I
for the
I
content.
really want to.
Don't
For
skip.
the
What I'm gonna do
content.
now.
Kirk.
What I
It's
do for
the
you guys.
content.
If it gets bad, we'll skip it. Alright, York, you might want to skip this.
No, don't. It's probably almost over. Don't skip.
Just sounds like they're getting dragged away.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
The OP then went
Oh
forth
my
to give
God.
an edit, claiming
My
that the
eyes are
voicemail was
watering,
dated
man.
a year prior. Phoenix police will be contacted, and that they've star 67 the number, which merely led them to a generic voicemail greeting. A few very interesting theories have been given regarding the origins of this voicemail. A user by the name of Satellite Cookie seems to have dissected it quite well, and gave the hypothesis that the woman involved may not have even known that the phone was there. They claim that she seemed to have been screaming into her surroundings rather than into the phone, and a butt dial is genuinely possible here. The theories that they gave were that she was 1. Kidnapped and hurt. However, the weapon was not blunt enough to knock her out. She seemed to be fully conscious. However, the possibility is there that she had just woken up and realized the situation that she was in, with panic ensuing. Regarding the phone, either she was able to break free to one, it was hers, the kidnappers, or potentially another victim's. Another theory has been given by a user named Sojo3. When Satellite Cookie mentioned that it didn't sound anything like a mental breakdown, they chimed in claiming that they work at a psychiatric hospital and that this absolutely sounds like an episode that could have happened with one of their patients. Sidetracking here, if we take a look at Demeter's post history, it doesn't appear that they were using a throwaway account, and also it doesn't seem like they were doing this for any sort of attention. With this in mind, the possibility that this is a hoax or attempt at an ARG are slim. However, an odd red flag here is that they never proceeded to give any sort of valuable follow-up or proof of call history. Many are still awaiting this, and it really puts this story up in limbo. The very fact that we have absolutely no idea whether this is definitively real or fake is what makes this story eerie. Either this is a hoax, someone had a genuine mental breakdown,
Shit.
or there really is someone out there that was captured without ever being able to escape.
That was creepy as fuck.
The internet is no stranger to obscure and disturbing phenomena, and tonight was a direct exhibition of that. Thank you for joining me in this latest installment of Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. This has been
This
quite
one
a
was one of the
ride,
more
and I'd like to give
depressing,
an even
creepier
bigger
ones.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You good, Bert?
I don't know. I nearly threw up during the one about the kid.
Yeah, that shit was nasty, my guy.
Oh my god.
So bad.
How can someone be so fucking evil?
What was your guys' worst one? Oh my god.
The call.
Child
the call or the kid. The call or the kid.
Yeah, definitely either the call of the kid. Kason, what was your worst one?
Oh my god.
Say maybe the one where the lady was pushing the corpse around on the swing.
Yeah, that too.
Kason, okay, sorry, thank you. Rex, what's your worst?
I might have to go with the call because that one actually made me tear up. That was bad. I did not like that one.
Yeah, I have to agree. Storm, what's your worst?
She was in such despair.
Storm? Okay, Storm's dead. Blake, what's your worst?
I'd have to say the kid, because he had to endure that for like a long period of time.
43
can I change mine?
hours.
A week.
43.
No, not the kid on the swing. The kid
Oh.
that got tortured by his parents.
Oh, yeah.
He had to endure a long period of time. It was like
Yeah.
5 years.
You know what? Just continue. I'm sorry. That was rude
Oh,
for me.
wait.
I
Storm dropped from the call. Storm has disappeared.
Here, I'll text him and ask him what happened.
It's no longer where is Gurk, it's now where is Storm.
Yeah, where is Storm?
Gert, can I change mine,
What?
please? Yeah, mine's gonna be that the child that got tortured for years.
I have to agree with that. That was messed up.
Yeah.
That one was the most messed up, but the call one scared me the most.
Yeah,
The call
the
was
most
creepy.
The most depressing like award goes to the child that was tortured for like many years. The most like the one that made me nervous the most though was the screaming, and it's probably having to do something with our brain because it fucks with that.
Yeah.
Have you stopped recording?
Anything else?
Oh my god. We can do some other stuff. I mean, we still have 8 minutes left in the video.
You want to show some memes, maybe?
Right after that, that would be some, like, a whiplash.
You want to like lighten the mood with some memes?
Yeah, I was
I
just
know what'll
trying to
lighten your mood.
lighten
What's your
the mood.
guys' opinion on the current economic climate of America?
Shut up, Jaden.
Wow, we're gonna get canceled on Twitter, man.
What's your guys'
wait.
opinion on the U.S. oil crisis?
You're gonna get me canceled.
I didn't even know.
All right, what's your favorite Starbucks drink?
I don't go to Starbucks.
That'll give us even more canceled. Oh god.
I'd have to say it's probably.
If you say anything but the mocha frap, I'm gonna kill you.
Gurk will not physically kill you. He will spiritually kill you.
Yes, I will
What
send.
did I think about my favorite one?
He will send very evil demons to your house.
Oh. Hold on a second. I know how we can do this.
Yeah, my favorite.
Gurk's doing something, man.
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
I'm scared. Gurk has a plan.
You'll see it in the stream. You'll see it in the video.
I don't like the grunting.
Gurk, no balls.
You know what?
Face cam
Since
now.
you know what? Since Storm isn't here, we need someone to take his place.
Yeah,
Growl.
I texted him, but he's not answering.
All right.
I nominate myself. I nominate myself.
Rex nominates himself as Storm for the day.
No, I'm asking if
I'm
Krell
Storm.
wants to join.
Yeah, sure. Let's just scroll.
I already DM'd him.
Pretty heavy on the soul, man. For the videos. Probably
Yeah, this last video was good.
Oh yeah, this one was good, but
That was creepy.
It was.
it's
Like-
okay. It's not even the fact that like the kid was tortured. It's not that. It's the fact it was so long.
Oh, okay.
Set a screenshot off.
Storm's back. It's no longer Where is Storm.
It's where's Krell.
It's Where is
Where
Krell.
So
is
are
it?
we
Yeah,
are we
where's
continuing?
Do we want to, boys? I
Yes.
mean,
So,
Content.
all in favor of continuing, say aye.
I.
I.
All in favor of finding other content, say aye.
I
Aye.
want to find different. I want to find different
I-
content.
No,
That's
you came
4 to
on
1.
this. You came on from disturbing content around the internet. We're gonna finish it. People will get upset if we do not finish it.
We
You know what? I
finished
agree with
volume
Storm.
5. We finished volume 5.
we finished.
Yeah, but we might as well go through the rest of the series.
There's 13.
Yes.
Shut up,
Oh.
Storm.
So,
Shut up, Storm.
what other content do you want to find
13.
right now?
But
They're not
Fine.
gonna get.
Fine.
You're arguing during
Oh.
the recording, so
The following
I wouldn't
content
suggest
may
that.
contain suicide or self-harm topics. Proceed with caution, alright? Letting you guys know, the following content may contain subjects
Hey,
of suicide or self-harm. Proceed with caution.
Are you streaming your screen in Discord?
Yes?
Oh.
Am I no longer? Oh, I am no longer. Hold on. I will fix this then.
is-
All of you are
If this dude can get away with this on YouTube, we can too. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
actually, the people behind YouTube pick and choose who they,
Yeah,
snap
and
away.
we're not gonna be picked and choose anytime soon. We have like 4 subs.
Yeah, hold on. God.
Where's ups and going strong, boys?
I have to fix the podcast cam every 10 seconds.
More subs. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
There.
subs.
This music sounded good.
Didn't we just watch this?
I think we just watched this one.
Oh, this is volume 5. Why did it select volume 5? I hit 6. I understand which proceed. Suicide ahead.
Scare Theater. Scare Theater's
Featuring Scare Theater. Oh yeah, Scare Theater. This one's gonna be good.
I have no clue who Scare Theater is, so we'll see.
Neither do I.
If you've spent even the smallest bit of time on the internet, then you've most likely encountered a creepy thing or two.
I think
either
we're
being shared,
I think we're
archived,
approaching
or
the
just on
end of our
happenstance.
time, anyways. So what
These
do we
items
say?
exist
Finish this one
anywhere
and then
from the
call it a
darkest
night.
corners of the deep
Yeah.
web, or even
Yeah.
right
Alright.
there in plain sight. Welcome back to Disturbing Things from Around the Internet. If you're new, then grab a drink, pop open a bag of your favorite chips, and get comfy.
Hey, I got chips right
This
here,
is my
tortilla
series
chips.
that dives into bite-sized,
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
say what
yeah,
brand, but
internet oddities from all over the
I
internet.
am all free of this.
If you'd like to get caught up, I have a dedicated playlist on my channel
Badass.
to ensure that you have hours of content to fish through that'll surely
Hey,
keep
you
you
are
up
too.
at night. With that out of the way, it's time, with our guest, Scare Theater, to dive into 5 more, hand-picked, and disturbing things from around the internet.
You think you got a Discord server?
Nexpo?
Yeah.
I don't like the background here.
Neither do I. What is that?
Weeping.
This first entry comes from a Spanish Facebook page called
Oh god,
Noticias
it's Spanish.
de Vaca.
All of you know my
This
great
page comes from the historic
all of you know my great fear. Storm, calm down. All of,
Calm down,
Kurt.
Storm.
all of you
Choose
know
your
my
next words very carefully.
all of you know fear of things I can't read. If I don't understand it, I'm afraid of it because I
It
don't
was
know
a
what
joke
it
about
means.
Kirk's illiteracy. Okay. Oh, thank God.
I have a fear of other languages.
center of Cuernavaca. The video that we're showing here was recorded by a policeman at his guard at approximately 4 in the morning. The nearby tenants say that this is not the first time that this has happened. The video that they attached is some simple cell phone footage that lasts 50 seconds long. In this, you're able to hear a woman scream that sounds like it was pulled straight out of a nightmare.
I've seen this.
Uh-oh. Hold on to your chairs, everyone.
Yep.
Oh God.
What the?
I've heard that. I've heard this scream before.
Are my windows closed?
Too. I've heard that.
Like people put that in scary games and shit.
Yep, that's what I heard it from too.
She sounds like she's puking.
Sounds like
Almost
she's
like
turning
the
into
sound
a
that zombie
ghoul.
makes. Yeah.
It's a zombie.
She's becoming Mr. Worldwide. Somebody stop her.
It's your boy, Mr. Worldwide.
She's
Is your boy, Mr. Worldwide?
she crying because she don't got the drip.
If you're unfamiliar with Mexican folklore, La Llorona,
La
which
Llorona.
translates to the Weeping Woman, is a popular
Oh,
urban
La Llorona.
legend that dates back to the 1960s.
Llorona.
Legend has it that this woman lost her children and now cries while aimlessly wandering around in search of them. If she's ever encountered, she's known for causing great misfortune to those that approach her. Whether or not this is an actual spirit screaming, or somebody having a manic episode and breaking down in the near distance, it's hard to discount the fact that this scream sounds completely genuine and would undoubtedly freeze you in your tracks if you were ever to hear this
This
yourself.
cop is all.
Who just got chills from that?
Not me. I should have the window. That was it.
I really only think that type Indonesian tsunami. Shit, this might have death.
Uh-oh, we can have that on
On
YouTube.
December 22nd,
Stop it.
2008,
I mean, yeah, you can.
tragedy
this
will
is on
befall the
YouTube.
soon
Hit more than
destroyed
420
region of
dead.
Indonesia. Completely without warning,
Sounds like
the
California.
Anak
Shut
Krakatau,
up.
also known as the Child of Krakatoa volcano, would erupt, causing an undersea
Oh, shit.
landslide that ultimately would result in the devastating tsunami that ended up killing 429 and injuring 1,000.
Yeah, static electricity
459
caused
residents.
by the gas, I
Apparently,
believe.
this volcano had been spewing
Yep.
ash and lava for months prior to when a 158-acre section of its
Welcome,
southwest
Krell.
side collapsed, resulting
How's
in
it
a
Oh,
massive
hold on.
undersea-
We have a new guest. I'd like to welcome Krell, aka Mr.
Mr.
Wizard
Worldwide,
Hat.
Mr. 305.
Mr. Wizard Hat.
We got Pitbull in the call.
I gotta shrink the size of the thing because it won't fit on YouTube. There's now 6 of us. Our army grows. We shall be unstoppable.
Where the fuck are my minions?
Or
Okay. Krell, this is not a place to come in and play games.
Yes,
Just
we
letting
are.
you know.
We are recording. So
That doesn't answer my question. Where the fuck are my minions?
where minions, they're minions. We are reacting to scary videos. Everyone, welcome, Krell.
Everybody's watching.
Welcome, Mr. Wizard Hat
wiping
Man.
out the volcanic
You have to watch the stream. This is what we're reacting to.
The photos and video from the aftermath of this natural disaster
Gee.
are absolutely devastating, and one event in particular is chilling. Reminiscent of the station nightclub fire, footage was caught at a concert where the pop band 17 was energetically playing. In this footage, all seemed to be going well, and everybody appeared to be having a great time, with nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh.
This enjoyment will unfortunately be short-lived, as it captures the moments leading up to the calamity.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Everybody's having a great time.
Hey, anybody hear that?
Yeah.
I can hear what's going on.
I can hear the siren, I think.
It's a song.
Oh wait.
There's some smoke going on back there. Well, bye. Oh shit.
Talk about a real party crasher.
Oh, shut up.
Among the 4
Hold on.
men that were killed, 2
You're-
of those were in
It
the band
lagged right there.
themselves.
Can you go back, please?
We lost our bassist, Banny, and our road manager, Oki, the lead singer cried. The heartbreaking thing about this entire tragedy
Oh, it's showing it
was that it
again.
was so sudden. No warning, no preparation,
probably gonna
no
show it
sound
again.
for alarm, just Mother Nature in a fit of rage, wiping out everything in sight. Since the event,
Earthquake?
There they
people
go.
have pled to have some
It's
sort
a
of volcanic
okay.
Volcano.
Yeah.
Volcano
Yeah,
go
okay.
boom. Underground landslide go whoop. Water go swoosh.
or landslide detection system put into place. Indonesia must build an early warning system for tsunamis that are generated by underwater landslides and volcanic eruptions. Landslide triggered in the 1992 and the 2018 tsunamis. As recovery efforts continue, this, alongside every other natural disaster that occurs, is a very humbling example of how helpless we can really be against the unstoppable forces of nature itself.
Oh my god.
Remember, Earth
Yeah, I mean,
isn't
don't
ours,
mess
we're
with
just
Oma
living on
Dasala. Reasonable suspicion. All right.
Hello, boy.
Oh yeah. Yes, that is
That is the little boy that
Maribel
they have
Ramos
crawling
is an
around
Iraq
in
War
every
veteran and college student
like
back in 2013.
It's your minions.
With a dream of a career in law enforcement, she was taking classes alongside caring for her sick mother. She apparently lived with a 55-year-old man by the name of Casey Joy, and according to him, they were extremely close. In May 2nd of that year, Maribel would fail to turn up at various events that she was scheduled to show up to, and the very next day, she would officially be reported missing by her family.
Oh
On
shit.
May 8th, one of her friends by the name of Emily C., desperate for answers, would spontaneously post a thread on Yelp asking about Maribel. In her post, she claims, "My friend Maribel Ramos has been missing since Thursday, May 2nd. She was last seen at her apartment in Orange, California. Please help her family, friends, and I to find her. We need all the help we can get." Shortly after this, a reply would surface by a user named Enrique C., who asked if they had talked to the roommate by that point in time. In response, Emily C. would claim that, yes, they spoke with the roommate. He willingly cooperated with the cops by giving them DNA samples, and even allowed them to take naked photos of him. He gave up his cell phone to them so he couldn't contact anyone, which he was all more than happy to do. 3 days after the exchange between Enrique and Emily, another stranger would interject into the conversation. A user by the name of KCKCK responded by saying, "I am Maribel's roommate. She's my BFF and my only family. She is absolutely the best woman I've ever met. We had so much fun together. I miss her so much. She always knew
You're
that I
right.
will give my
Yeah.
life for
That's
her
gotta be
without
the
any
person.
hesitation." Police forensic
I got
teams
the
searched
vibes
this
from it.
two-bedroom apartment 5 times with the police dog. They confiscated computer, hard drive, cell phone, car, and took several items. They contacted everyone on my phone list, and I don't know when I will get my properties back. These are major inconveniences, but all these don't matter. I miss Maribel, and that really makes me depressed and stressed out big time.
It's definitely him.
Interestingly,
100%.
people took notice of his wordage. He consistently referred
Agreed.
to Maribel in past tense, without regard that she's only missing, not dead. Why would he
Yeah,
spill his heart
that's what
out
I'm
like
saying.
this over a very, very new missing persons case?
Right.
A user
He
named
played
Grant
himself.
K was one of many to notice this. May 14th. Am I the only one finding it odd that this Casey roommate posted here and used past tense to refer to Maribel? We had, she always knew, as opposed to we have, or she knows. And why would she ask him to move out if they have so much fun together? My prayers are with the friends and family. This is very sad. At this point, people retorted at Grant, saying that he shouldn't make such bold assumptions and to let the police do their job, as they should, rather than turning this into a witch hunt. Casey then jumped into the conversation once more in hopes of defending himself, claiming that English is his second language and that he still needs help with that from time to time. He then went forward pleading to others not to make judgments about him, and that he, quote, wouldn't give a second to give his life for Maribel. This is when things become strange.
Or take her
The
life.
next day, he posts multiple times, and each one seems to dig him further and further into the hole of suspicion.
I mean, of
May
course.
15th. I love Maribel as a friend and a roommate. This is how we say goodnight to each other. Goodnight, Maribel, Maya, Misun, Mom, and Dad. My profile photo is because I miss her. That is one from the night we went out. I said, Maribel is my one and only BFF. She is. She is my only beneficiary for my $250,000 life insurance, and my only beneficiary for my bank account, paid upon death. She knows this. I miss her every second I am awake. A day later, and 2 weeks after Maribel originally went missing, Emily C. would jump in, updating everybody that a body had been found. However, they don't know if it's Maribel as of yet. They should know by noon that day. And then, later that same day, someone named Thelma D. would drop the verdict on everyone. It's her. And the killer is KC.
Oh shit.
Yep. I knew I was
one-
correct.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
bad.
no one's surprised about that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
to be
we
expected.
all got the vibes from it, or y'all
Down the
got the vibes.
hill.
This entry
It was
surrounds a
from the way
story
he
following
typed.
two young teenagers, Abigail Williams and Liberty German. The pair were best friends in the 8th grade at Delphi
Wait!
Community Middle School,
I think I heard about this.
Delphi, Indiana, a
See
small
if I-
town of about 3,000 residents. As many teenagers do, the pair were keen on hanging out outside of school, having sleepovers, and going on spontaneous adventures for fun. On the evening of February
them
12th,
drifters away.
2017, the two would have a sleepover at Liberty's grandparents' house, as school was canceled the following day. The next day, the two girls were trying to figure out how to spend their afternoon, and came up with the idea to hike around the Monon Bridge.
Oh
a
yeah, it
nearby
was
hangout
this.
spot. After
Say
receiving
nothing.
consent from Liberty's grandmother
I'm not
and arranging
spoiling.
for their grandfather to pick them up a couple hours later, her sister Kelsey would drop the pair off near the bridge at around 1:30 p.m. on her way to work. Throughout the next hour or so, everything was going as usual. Liberty, as many people do, began to share her trek along this bridge on Snapchat, and in this photo, taken
I
at
think I know what
2:07
this
p.m.,
bridge is.
you can see Abigail smiling as she walks along it. Unbeknownst to everyone, though, this would be the last normal photo that Liberty would ever post to her social media. An hour
There's
later,
another video I watched
Liberty's
about this.
grandfather arrived to pick the two up and texted her to meet him at the pickup spot. No response. Realizing this is uncharacteristic of her, he proceeds to call. Still, no answer. It was at this point that he'd walk along the bridge in hopes of finding the girls. However, this too would be futile. In response to his failed efforts, the grandparents would report the girls as missing, and a search was promptly underway. Countless volunteers aided in this, with people scouring the entire area. At around 6 p.m. the following day, the worst would unfortunately unfold. The bodies of two young girls were located in Deer Creek, a mere half a mile from the bridge itself. The girls were confirmed by investigators to be Abigail and Liberty, and with this, the evidence that they gathered and released from Abigail's smartphone would baffle everybody. Police were able to locate this photo of a man walking along the bridge, taken shortly after Liberty's original Snapchat photo. And this very, very muffled snippet of audio sounds like a man saying the words, "Down the hill." Down the hill. Down the hill. It's been widely speculated that the audio and this man are directly connected to their deaths, and it's very possible that this same man was ordering the girls to go to a specific location down a hill before he ended their lives. To this day, the only evidence they have to go off of is that Snapchat, the grainy photo, the audio, and the sketch of the suspect. Everything else surrounding the true whereabouts and identity of the killer remains a mystery to this very day. Since this tragedy, the entire town has since replaced all of their exterior light bulbs with those that have an orange hue, and will keep them as such until the day the killer is found.
Why?
That's ominous, but like. Right. Think of
Number 5 on our list surrounds an absolutely haunting 911 call made by a woman by the name of Ruth Price.
No.
Apparently,
Oh.
Price lived completely alone.
I hate
One
911
night,
calls.
she
Same.
noticed a
I
man
don't like.
walking around
I don't like
outside of her
this.
home.
I don't like this.
I hate the
Understandably
background
shaken,
footage.
she immediately calls
I need to
911
readjust
in hopes of
myself.
getting help. However, what transpires afterwards is undoubtedly something that will disturb you.
I'm gonna turn on CC just in case.
I'm gonna turn on the lights.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta turn that on.
There's some guy been checking the place out. Well,
Ruth, grab a gun, please.
I have an apartment in the back.
Oh, I know what this is. Yes, I do.
A guy.
Oh god, I hate this.
Door.
I hate this. I know.
And, said he's looking for an apartment. So I live alone, and I'm an old lady. Where is he now, ma'am? I have no idea.
Oh.
I know what this is.
While the
hate that.
validity of this
I
voicemail
heard
is
that.
up for heavy debate, it's almost impossible not to be at least somewhat unnerved by this. It's hard to find any concrete
Very
case behind this
unnerved by
recording,
this.
and it's unclear if Ruth Price is her real name or simply an alias. Since the recording, this call has been used in various dispatcher educational courses as a hard lesson to ask for the address of the victim before anything else, since if she would have given it up front, she would likely have been given help sooner, with the sliver of a possibility at still being alive. The internet is undoubtedly a weird place. Creepy and disturbing real-life events can pop up on you at any time, and tonight's installment exemplified this. If you, for some reason, haven't yet subscribed to Scare Theater, go over there and give him a sub, and a big thank you for jumping in this with me. He's one of my bigger inspirations, and it was
That was. Oh, I did not. Oh.
Why did they
Don't
have to end that
don't worry
on
about that.
Fancy letter font. What?
Whoa.
No way.
That was. Shut up,
Nice.
Blake. That was. I did not like that.
Ladies
Yeah,
and
no,
gentlemen,
I'm
we got him.
I'm done. I'm just gonna go watch Linus Tech Tips.
Wait, you gotta
I
do.
knew
We
what
gotta
happened.
stay
I've
for
heard
the.
that one before.
Oh yes.
Stay for the outro.
Stay for the outro. First we're gonna go through all this casing. Out of all the videos we saw today, which clip was the worst?
Still the kid that had to go through torture for years.
Krell, what's your worst?
911 call.
Rex, what's your worst?
The first call we were here, we heard when Krell wasn't here.
Storm, what's your worst?
And I give a top 3.
No.
This probably the last 911 call.
Same.
Blake, what's your
Just to
worst?
clarify.
I'd have to also say the last 911 call. That was horrifying.
Yeah, I did not like that last one. That one creeped me out. That was probably.
Well, my
That's how-
problem
It's
with
not-
911 is the fact that every time you get one of those calls, it makes my blood boil hearing that shit going down and not being able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's also it's scary because he was inside of her house.
Yeah.
I've heard stories about this before. I've heard this exact one. It's still scary. I hate that one still to this day.
All right. Well, we're 18 minutes over time, so thank you everyone for joining. Just as a quick outro, I am your host, Gurk. I'd like to personally thank all 5 of you for joining me on this very creepy adventure. I'd also like to thank the viewers for watching, and if everyone just wants to say goodbye before we head out.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.